You know, I got a feeling today, Admiral, that President Obama basically spoke for the world, telling the Iranians that your credibility is on the table here. There are 6 world powers here who are facing you, and we have all agreed in a tentative deal. And we're not going to be the ones to walk away from it if you do everything you're supposed to do. It was almost, as a news consumer, I felt like the president was presenting it as if the Iranians of some sort were being boxed in on this, and there's no way out. There's no way they can cheat. Your thoughts on that?
This was America doing what it does best, leading the world. We started this years ago, and we coalesced everyone through negotiations and sanctions that hurt. Look, in Iran today, they have to pay twice what they had to buy a box of cereal than they had to a couple years ago. Their economy plummeted. It was tough, hard negotiations that made it hurt in a way that wasn't a bomb on target, that we knew we could only, with our military, stop this program for 4 years. No, this is where America coalesced the world, even difficult people like our nations like Russia and China, to clamp down on them. This, if successful, and again, I caution, the details aren't locked in, I think would end up being one of the best foreign policy achievements of this administration.
Well, I would tend to agree with you on that. In fact, I think the Obama critics tonight have got to take some pause, and they're not out and about at this hour critical of it because they want to know what the devil in the details are. Because if this truly is what it sounds to be, a concrete first step forward, it is historic, no doubt. What kind of reaction do you expect from the Congress? I mean, we all know that if we can keep Iran from getting a nuclear bomb and a threat to the world, it's a win for everybody. So do you expect any political divide on this that could sour this good start?
Look, we know that there's always been a disagreement here at home. But the fact that they would actually have sent, they being those 47 senators, including Senator Toomey from Pennsylvania, that actually sent a letter to the Ayatollah who had said, death to America, said, disregard our president negotiations, meant that they don't get what security of America can be and how it can be brought about. I hope they've learned their lesson. I hope they understand that they should be sitting here if they disagree with the agreement and internally debate it if they want. But don't divide our nation abroad. I hope that partisanship has stopped, finally, at the water's edge, much like it did when President Reagan or President Nixon brought home START or SALT talks with the Soviet Union. But I hope hope isn't springing eternal again.
Admiral, your thought on what is sounds to be like a new Camp David summit. There are going to be 6 nations represented from the Middle East at Camp David later on this spring, which I think signals that President Obama knows it's going to take a community effort in that part of the globe if this is all going to unfold properly. How important do you see regional partners in this?
Absolutely vital. We know that dangers to us, like terrorists, come from over there. We want them to be coalesced with us so that we can protect ourselves, not here in homeland defense, but over there abroad. Look, they also understand that the creature like ISIS, that some of those nations like Saudi Arabia or Qatar helped create, and Iran, that is as bent upon the destruction of Saudi Arabia as it is the United States and Israel, all of a sudden we may have this opportunity to band together jointly and face common adversaries that threaten Israel as well as the United States. I think this is a significant moment. Proceed with caution. Double check everything, but let's try to bring about peace without having to use our military.